Shut up and sit down.
Hey, I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And we're having a couple of drinks tonight that are called...
Golden Ticket.
And why are they called golden tickets?
Because it's going to help us get to a magical place.
Yes, and we are going to go to a magical place, but before we do, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. There's quite a lot of you now, and if you would like to join them, then please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing over there next to your golden ticket. And we're having these drinks and surprising each other with trailers that the other person has not yet seen.
So what do we have coming up?
Well, next, this is a second in a series of trailers or teasers, whatever you want to call them, for an upcoming Indian movie called RRR from S.S. Rajamouli, the director of Bahubali. And last night we watched the motion poster trailer for the movie.
That was amazing.
Yeah, which kind of showed us the difference between one character wreathed in fire, one wreathed in water. Really kind of emotional music behind it as well. Didn't tell us a lot about the story other than you've got two hugely important historical figures, very, very different in their personality, coming together for some kind of a collaboration. And we have done our homework on who these figures are, so we're not going to let you down there. But we really want to check out the next video in the series and see what it tells us about these figures. The next one is Bheem for Ramaraju, where Bheem, one of the freedom fighters, introduces Ramaraju, the other one. So I'm fascinated by that concept that you have these two historical figures introducing each other in a trailer for a movie. Really, really unique. So I would love to check out the trailer now. We're going to talk about who Ramaraju was at the end, but stick around and we'll let you know what we think about this.
Let's go.
Ooh, I guess this is the fiery character. Oh, nice.
ఆడు కనబడితే నిప్పు కణం నిలబడినట్టుంటది కలబడితే ఏగు సుక్క ఎగబడినట్టుంటది ఎదురుబడితే సావుకైనా చెమట దారగడుతుంది బాణమైనా బందూకైనా వానికి వాంఛనైతది ఇంటి పేరు అల్లూరి సాకింది గోదారి నా అన్న మన్నెం దొర అల్లూరి సీతారామ రాజు.
Oh, yes. Man.
I love that silhouette.
So before we even get into our reactions for the trailer, if you're not familiar with who Alluri Sitarama Raju was, he was a historical figure who in 1922 the British Raj put in place a law or regulation in the forests that meant that tribal people could not move where they wanted to. And tribal people had a way of cultivating the land where they would shift to different locations. So this meant that their traditional way of farming was completely outlawed by the British Raj. And Ramaraju was one of the leaders of the resistance against that movement. And in 1922, he led a revolution against the British Raj where he would steal guns and ammunition, mostly from British police stations in India, and use that to arm his militia. They were enormously successful in overturning that Forestry Act and freeing India essentially from the British Raj. He's actually known today in hindsight as the hero of the jungle. So that probably gives you some context for the type of thing that we just saw in that introductory teaser trailer. What did you think of it?
I thought it was incredible. I liked it that it was kind of all just in one room, and yet it had, like, I don't know, like echoes of a greater power. Like he was training for something bigger. And it was kind of nice that it was very enclosed and yet implied a lot more than you were seeing.
Yeah. I'm a massive boxing and martial arts fan, so just the moment his gloves, his like wrapped fist is going through the flames, I was like, yes! And seeing him punch that punch bag and sand comes out, very Captain America, except Captain America sadly wasn't real. But yeah, obviously portraying him as being hugely powerful, even Death himself is in a cold sweat when he sees him. I love the way it's setting these characters up as legendary, and obviously they're not legends, but as historical figures they are absolutely legendary. And I love the idea, actually. I was thinking this in the first motion poster trailer, that it's almost portraying these Indian heroes as superheroes. Like, one's covered in fire, one's covered in water. In this case, the hero of the jungle is shooting an arrow through a dummy's head, and it's just portraying them as so powerful. And, I would imagine the bravery that it takes to go and, especially as a tribesman living in the forest, to go and fight the British Raj, to go and steal their weapons, a force that outnumbers you massively, that is well armed and with modern weapons, and to take primitive weapons like bows and arrows, arm yourself with weapons that you steal from them, and then have the bravery to go and fight them. That, to me, is a ton of strength. It may not be the kind of strength you need to punch a hole through a punch bag, but it's a very different kind of emotional and mental strength. So I am really on board for this so far.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, well, tomorrow we're going to be back. We're going to be checking out the third trailer, which is called Ramaraju for Bheem, where Ramaraju, who we saw in this trailer, introduces Bheem, and I'm guessing that's the character in the motion poster who is covered in water. So I'm really intrigued to see what we get tomorrow when we check out Bheem. But for now, I guess we're going to have to leave you to it. But thankfully, we do this
every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Every day. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Well, we will see you then, friends, for Ramaraju for Bheem tomorrow on the next Drunk Trailer Ambush.
Peace out, nerds.
Bye.
Shut up and sit down.